Let's wait for a few viewers to get in here, and we will get started with this episode 90. Um, whew, what a day! How's your day been?
Yeah, I know. It's been fine. It's
Yeah,
not Friday yet. Yeah, and I think it's supposed to be like a full moon tomorrow, which is always nice with the
okay.
children that I
So the
teach.
kids are
They're
going to
always
be a mess tomorrow.
in
For me.
rare form. Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is the last day before Thanksgiving break. So
So y'all are off the whole week next week?
yes,
Holy crap! That's
yeah,
a
I'm
break. Wow.
so excited. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. That's like we've done it for the past couple years. It's so nice
Yeah. Well,
to
that's
just be
much
done.
needed for you.
Oh
For
yeah.
sure.
Oh my
So.
gosh. Yes. Ooh, Lord.
That's funny. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started with this episode.
Okay.
Guys, welcome back to episode 90 of Titos&Chicken, your unofficial South Carolina Gamecocks podcast. Coming at you with a low country state of mind. Guys, women's basketball last night. How about that win over Clemson? Anytime a win over Clemson is a good one. I can promise you that.
Love to see it.
Yes, yes. You said score was 76-45?
Yeah, which
Okay.
they ended up blowing them out, obviously, but I watched the first half and it was close. I mean,
Yeah.
it just seemed like we were a little bit off offensively and like turnovers and stuff. It was kind of sloppy, but clearly whatever Don said at halftime turned it around because they ended up, taking it to them.
Well, you said sloppy, so that kind of reminded me of the NC State South Carolina game last week, where we had 15 turnovers in the first half.
Can't do that.
Yeah, I was just like, what the hell? This isn't a Dawn Staley team,
Yeah.
So it's all about chemistry and trying to get everything in sync.
Oh yeah.
This early in the season.
No, I agree. I feel like it'll work itself out, but definitely just kind of sloppy and need to tighten up a little bit, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I think they'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
Eventually here they'll be fine. So guys, the men play tonight at 7:00 on SEC Plus. They're playing UAB at home. We're a 2-point underdog. I texted you that this morning and you were kind of shocked. You're like, oh, okay.
I was like, wait, what?
What does that say about us as a program? Exactly.
We got some work to do, I think.
Yeah, we definitely got some work to do. That's for sure. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Guys, the Clemson South Carolina matchup. Obviously, you guys know it's next week, next Saturday, 7:30 on SEC Network. I was thinking this was going to be a noon game. I mean, I feel like every game we've had has been a night game.
I mean, I think it has at home, right? I mean, maybe minus, I don't know.
Oh, we played Vandy at 4.
That's right.
That was the only non-night game we've had.
That's crazy.
And watch next season. We're gonna have a noon game probably every week, pretty much.
No.
So, yeah. What my thoughts are with this is I just think they're putting us in the primetime slots because it's Beamer's first year.
Mm-hmm.
This is they're looking for an upset.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Florida game.
Yeah.
But can we do that against Auburn or Clemson? Much harder teams, I feel.
Yeah. I know. So, I don't know. I feel like it's like the whole storyline. Like they're hoping that, we can pull out some magic, which don't we all want to do that?
Yeah, that's for sure. And I can promise you there was no magic in Missouri last Saturday. That was somewhat not what I was looking for. Let's just say that.
No, so, absolutely not.
But hey, new week, new team. Yeah. Hey, we're home. I'm a little confident in this. The line went from 10 earlier in the week to 7.5.
Yeah.
So Vegas is seeing something.
Yeah, it's crazy. Game. I know. My brother and I were texting, and he's like, I have a feeling. I don't know why. I have a feeling. He's like, I don't know if that's good or bad. And I'm like, I know. I don't know what it is. It's like there's always something that is just, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be there Saturday night, so we'll be able to witness it firsthand.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. Cannot wait to be there. So this whole talk about Beamer earlier in the week about speculations about him possibly going to Virginia Tech because of the firing of Fuentes.
Yeah.
What did you think about that when it first developed? You were just like, nah, he ain't
Eh,
going anywhere.
yeah, no, I'm not convinced. I feel like that's just an easy, speculation to make. Like people are always gonna say that. I mean,
Yeah,
given his background, given everything with his dad, but I don't see it. Like first off, I think that would not be a good career move. I mean,
yeah,
what's Virginia Tech is nothing better than South Carolina is. I don't think. Um,
yeah,
and I just don't see it. I feel like he doesn't want to be under that shadow of his father. Like he loves his father, obviously respect their everything, but it's like he wants to pave his own way. Why wouldn't you? You know?
literally what I was just about to say. I feel like he wants to build his own legacy.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
doesn't want to follow under the footsteps of his
Yeah.
dad,
Yeah.
who
I
did an
mean,
amazing job while he was at Virginia Tech, not even a
right,
question.
right.
But why not go someplace else? It's not like he's at USF or
Right.
the Citadel or something like that where you're just like, okay, I'm here for a couple of years and I'm out.
Yeah.
Like you're at a major Division I program where
Yeah.
you could just take this team off to
Oh
the
yeah.
sky and just,
Yeah. I
it's
mean
just
the potential, yeah, at this
yeah,
job.
okay, I was trying to look for a word there.
Yeah. No.
Potential, yes. Thank you.
No, yeah, I totally agree. I just feel like, I mean, what a hire it is to have him, with no head coaching experience to land this job. I feel like it's something like you said, he can take this program, to the next level
Yeah,
and do it on his own. So when I saw that, I was like, that's so ridiculous. Like that's laughable to me. I don't see him going anywhere or
going anywhere.
no, not at
Gotcha.
all.
Well, he came out in his press conference too, and he was like, "I'm not going anywhere." I mean,
Yeah.
I told you guys that I wanted to stay in South Carolina. I wanted to build something here in South Carolina, and he
Yeah.
absolutely meant it. He
Oh yeah.
wasn't just saying that to say that.
Yeah.
So, we got Beamer. I wasn't. There wasn't kind of. How can I say this? There wasn't. I questioned it at first, but then I sat down and thought about it. I was just like, nah, he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. I just don't see it as something that would be more opportunistic than what he has right now. I
yeah,
feel like,
for
so
sure, for sure.
yeah,
Okay, moving on to the game Saturday. Bo Nix out, TJ Finley in.
yeah.
Guys, we are very familiar with TJ Finley.
Oh,
We faced him last season in Baton Rouge. You know, we weren't expecting what we got in his performance, to be honest with you. This guy was a true freshman backup quarterback, you
yeah,
know, and he came in and just lit it up.
yeah.
Like,
They
when I
what?
say lit it up, I mean lit it up. I'm pretty sure LSU scored 52 points that game.
Yeah, they had 52 points. I think he threw for like 260 something yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean,
Just
he
it's
torched
stupid.
us. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
So
Um,
that's just like so, like
South
so
Carolina.
happen. Yeah, like Bo Nix out, right? And then here we
Yeah,
go, TJ Finley, like here he comes again, like so ridiculous. And I
yeah,
actually looked it up because I couldn't remember when we played LSU when he started, last year, and it was right after we beat Auburn. It was the next weekend.
yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Talk about lay an egg. I mean, but then again, we were in Baton Rouge. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not an easy place to win.
Well, and
No.
you think, yeah, I mean, and then it's Muschamp's defense. I mean, like, do you think
Yeah,
they're ready to play? No. Were they prepared? No. I mean, I don't know.
yeah. Well, it's crazy because, like you said, we beat Auburn that
Mhm.
previous week. And
Yeah.
I went out. I went out. I was proud. I was like, "Oh my god, we beat Auburn! Like we're playing L. We got a chance to get to
Yeah.
LSU." No, just got completely embarrassed while I
Oh
was at
my
the bar. So
gosh. Yeah.
stormed
Oh,
out at halftime too.
it was so bad. Like that, I was at a wedding, and a good friend of ours, Andrew. You know Andrew. He's an
Yeah,
LSU
yeah,
fan. So they had the game on at the wedding, and he was at the wedding too.
yeah.
And I was like, I can't even. Like, I can't do this.
It was embarrassing, and he's an LSU fan, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So he
Yeah.
was loving every second of it, while
He
you
was,
just wanted to throw your glass at somebody.
I know. I was like, "Need another drink over here, please."
Yeah, seriously, seriously. But I don't know. That's just something we're gonna have to wait and see Saturday.
Yeah.
We don't really know what they expect from the offense. We don't know how much of the playbook TJ knows because he just got there this year.
Yeah.
So we don't know. I mean, like I
Mm.
said, I just don't know what to really
Right.
I mean, the run game for Auburn has just been amazing. They got Bigsby, who's rushing for over almost 800 yards, and their backup is rushing for, I think, 556
Yeah.
yards. So between them, they're over 1,000 easily.
Oh yeah, and I feel like that's the Mike Bobo offense too. I mean, he's going to be run heavy, so
Yeah, for sure.
I mean that's going to have to be our first order of business
Yeah,
is to contain the run there. But yeah, again, I mean TJ Finley, he's been the backup this whole season, so he hasn't gotten the reps that Bo Nix has gotten. So yeah, it's kind of a question mark as far as what that offense will look like with him
yeah,
under center. But don't count him out. Clearly, I mean,
yeah,
like
for
what he
sure.
did against us just last year. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah. Like you said, we're going to see. All right, I want to bring this up last episode, but I'm going to bring it up this episode. Bowl possibility.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so as of right now, what do you think our chances are making it to a bowl game?
So do you think you're asking me, do I think we'll be bowl eligible this year? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I was kind of asking for a percentage.
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like if we become bowl eligible, what are we now? 5-5? Is that what we
We're
are?
five. Yep,
Oh,
5 and 5.
okay. I feel like this game we won't win. I feel like it's going to come down to the Clemson game to see if we become bowl eligible. That's what I think.
Wow. And
That's really
I
just what I feel. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
and I think vice versa of you. I think
Mhm.
this is the game that we win and we lose next weekend.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
I mean, they're two. I'm not going to. We can play with these teams. We
Yeah.
can definitely play with Clemson, Auburn. And I feel more confident in Auburn because they're playing their backup quarterback. But then again, like we just talked about, he scorched us last time he played us.
Yeah.
But this is a different team.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like our defense is way better coached this year. I mean, I feel like they're going to be more prepared against the Auburn offense. My biggest
Yeah.
question is the Auburn defense. I mean, they just gave up almost 40 unanswered points against Mississippi State, like the
Yeah,
comeback
yeah.
win. But then again, I mean, Mississippi State has that, what's his name, Will Rogers guy. I mean, a pretty good
Oh,
quarterback.
he's just going crazy right
So, yeah, I feel like it's so hard to compare because right now our offensive scheme and identity is not, where the Will Rogers led Mississippi State offense is. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be the biggest matchup there. Like, I feel like our defense can make stops like they've done if we can stop the run, but will our offense be able to, score enough to get us to win? I don't know. Don't
Yeah.
know.
And it's funny, Lindsay, because you're literally diving into the Auburn breakdown
I know,
before
sorry.
we even get there. So we may skip a few points because you just
Yeah.
brought a few of mine up. So which is
Sorry.
totally fine. Totally fine.
Yeah.
Speaking of Auburn's 6-4, 3-3 in the SEC. They are on a 2-game losing streak. One being Mississippi State, like you mentioned, and A&M.
Yeah.
But they do have 2 good wins in Arkansas and Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Both teams who are currently ranked right now, they've pretty much been ranked throughout the season.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned earlier, pretty solid offensively. I want to, well, you can't really say that yet because, like I said, we're facing a new quarterback. We don't know how that piece of the puzzle is gonna fit into the offense. But before they were flowing pretty good, I would say for the most part.
Oh yeah, I feel like Bo Nix is playing pretty well too, actually.
Yeah, for sure. And like we mentioned earlier, the run game, their offensive line, they create some holes for sure.
Oh yeah.
So defensive line's up for a tough task for sure.
Yeah, they are. I agree.
Yeah, and
I just feel like too, like to mention with the whole Auburn game, like you do have that whole like emotional piece to it with Mike Bobo coming, back to town and everything like that. I mean, the players that were, with us last year are know him well. And I just feel like this game has become kind of that emotional sort of like animosity driven game. I don't know why, but I know that I don't like Auburn. So, and I just wonder.
They stole all our players and coaches. Yeah,
exactly. Right. So you just wonder how that's going to feed into, the player's mindset and, kind of going in, like, what's the locker room mindset going to be? Will we come out ready to prove a point? Because I feel like we do have a point to prove against them.
For sure.
So, Yeah, we'll see.
It's gonna. I feel like it's gonna be a good game. I see it being a good game. I don't see it being a blowout in any way. Like I said, Vegas went down from 10. Now they're at 7.5, and they still have time to go down. We still got 2 more days before the game, or a full day, excuse me, for the
Yeah,
game. So things can change for sure.
yeah.
Uh, like I mentioned, Bigsby with 776 yards. Their backup Hunter with 556 yards, and they're over 1,000 yards rushing on the season. So they obviously share the wealth between the two running backs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something we're kind of have to contain. Finley's would you say he's mobile?
I feel like he was mobile against us last year, but that's because for
Okay.
lots of other reasons. But no, I wouldn't. I would not name him as a mobile quarterback. I
He's
mean, Bo
more
Nix,
in the pocket
right?
than
You don't prepare for him like you would a Bo Nix.
yeah,
I think it was different.
yeah. And like I've mentioned again, I just feel like we're gonna get a heavy dose of the run
Oh
with
yeah.
this game.
Oh yeah, I think they're just going to dare us to stop the run. And you think about our defense. I mean, they've done a good job, but I feel like look at what Beatty did against us last week. I mean, he ran all over us.
Ran
So
for over 200 yards.
yeah, I mean, I
And
think
that's what scares me about this game.
right, exactly. I mean, I feel like our defense has been kind of weak in the run defense, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then my only other not fear, but with TJ Finley, like his deep ball, I mean, he's got an arm on him. And so, I mean, it's just a threat to the secondary, and we've blown coverages with the deep ball in other games. So it's like, can we tighten that up?
That's for sure. Yeah, there's no telling what Bobo is going to do this game. I know he's coming in here and he's going to be like, you know what, I want to shove this down their damn throat, blah,
yeah.
blah, this and that. So
yeah,
there's no telling what we're going to get from the Auburn offense.
I feel like he's definitely going to come in with a chip on his shoulder like that for sure.
Yeah. So, but like we said, that's just something we got to wait and see. Your keys to the game for this game here.
Yeah. So keys to the game, I think just what I said before, stop the run, like we've been saying. Obviously, we got to shut down Tanks Bigsby and their backup. I mean, they're going to be run heavy. Why would they not take that approach watching what Beatty did against us just last week? And then I think, once again, I mean, the preparation on offense, clearly we're extremely inconsistent in our play calling. And the offensive line looked confused again. We need to be more poised, more decisive.
Yeah.
Got to protect the football. I mean, I don't know. Offense, once again, is a key to the game that I hope we can get straightened out. And I feel like a good chance of us winning the game will have to be with our offense starting fast, kind of like they did against Florida.
For sure.
Get the crowd involved early, right, and keep us there. So that's going to be something that offense needs to do in order for us to, be in this game, I think.
Yeah. I know. I agree. Our offense has to start fast. We can't have these 3-and-outs, these inconsistent play calls.
Yeah.
I was just sitting on the couch scratching my head that whole game. What are we doing?
Well, and it's like he closes his eyes and does his finger on the playbook and just puts his finger down on a play, and that's how he picks it. It's like, what? Why is there no plan?
That was a rough game to watch.
It was bad.
That reminded me of the Missouri game, I want to say 2 years ago when we played there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just terrible. It was so hard to watch. Helinski was starting that game. He was playing hurt, for one.
Yeah.
And it was just so rough to watch. So
it's brutal. I mean, it's totally unacceptable.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was upsetting.
Hopefully that isn't the case Saturday night.
Yeah.
My key to the game, honestly, is just prevent Finley from having a Heisman performance. I mean, just keep it simple. Just control, just keep him contained. I don't really see him moving a lot in the pocket, but like you mentioned, he does have a big arm. So, secondary got to be ready. One player we haven't talked about much on the show, Cam Smith, he's actually been having a very a good year quietly,
Yeah.
So obviously Foster's been getting all the praise back there, but Smith's been holding his own.
No, for sure. And I feel like he is our best cover corner 100%. And so I feel like too, like maybe it's been quiet because people are staying away from his side, I mean, I
Yeah.
would. So, but I agree. I mean, I feel like he's going to be essential to this game, especially as a leader in the secondary, especially, in coverage. And Jalen Foster, too. I feel like he didn't play. I feel like the defense as a whole didn't play that great against Mizzou,
Yeah.
but he didn't play that well either, in my opinion. So,
Yeah.
hopefully that'll get,
That'll
squared
change.
away.
And that'll change because I feel he'll have 70,000 people
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
cheering him on and yelling. It's just so much
Absolutely.
different when you're home than when you're on the road.
Yeah, I feel like they play so much better at home. I mean, it's like a different
We're
team.
4-1 at home this year.
I know. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
So yeah, but okay. So your biggest question?
Yeah. So my biggest question for this game is, can we run the ball effectively? Because that wasn't proven. We pretty much abandoned the run against Mizzou. Don't know why. I mean, a lot of it, offensive line couldn't block anyone, but yeah, it's just it's so frustrating for fans because look at our running back room, look at who we have, and the fact that like we can't come up with plays or a blocking scheme, or maybe we can, it's just not executed. But like there's no reason why those kids shouldn't be getting 100 yard rushing games. So that really is frustrating.
Agree. I mean, we had 3 amazing running backs.
Yeah,
There's
and it's
no way in the world.
I mean, yeah, and it's annoying, and it's like I worry. I'm like, is this going to be a situation where these kids aren't going to want to stay? I mean, if we don't get them the ball, I mean, why would they? They could go somewhere else, and that is really annoying to me. That really bothers me.
To think about that.
Yeah, so that's my question. And then kind of with that, will Satterfield have, a prepared plan offensively? And will he prove himself that the Florida game wasn't a fluke or a Florida game, the success in the offense was not because Florida is so terrible, but because he is a competent play caller. I don't know. That's my biggest question there. And the defense, can they stop the run?
Yeah, and that's my first question too, is defense stopping the run. And this is the 3rd start for Brown. He's 1-1. Can he pull the upset? I mean, this will be a major upset. This is a top 25 team. Florida was far from a top 25 team, but it was still an upset.
Right.
So can he pull the upset? Can we go to 6-5 and be bowl up? We're not just going to celebrate a win. If we win Saturday night, we're celebrating the fact that we're bowl eligible in Beamer's first season.
Yeah, that's big.
So there will be a party in Columbia Saturday night if we win that game for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do we get out of Brown? I can't say I was too happy with the performance Saturday with him. He has one move when he gets out of the pocket, and I don't. You can only use that so many times.
Oh, I feel like I was seeing that reverse spin move like in my nightmares. Honestly, I couldn't.
Lindsay, he's going to do that one time, and there's going to be a defensive lineman.
Absolutely.
And he's going to spin right into him and just.
Yeah.
And it's going to be bad.
And another thing with him too, that move, gosh, I can't with it. And then it's like, and other times it's like he could have stepped up in the pocket a little bit to give himself some help, and he didn't.
He did it against Florida. I don't know why he didn't do it against Missouri.
Right. I don't know. And I wonder if that was coaching. I mean, I wonder if that wasn't something that was highlighted, or I don't know. I mean, who knows? But again, I just feel like he's smart. I mean, he's smart back there. He didn't play well against Mizzou, but there's other factors, I think, obviously leading to that. But yeah, I just feel like if he is executing and firing on cylinders, like he's good back there. I do trust him back there. But I agree with you. I hope that he can just get it together a little bit.
Get it together. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we did for the Florida game, I don't think we gave a score. We didn't. So we're not going to give a score this episode. Did we do MVP for the Florida game?
I think we did.
Okay, so let's stick to that. Who do you got offensively?
Okay, I said my offensive MVP is going to be Jaheim Bell because I think we need to get creative offensively with him. And his versatility just reminds me of a lot of like Debo. You know what I mean? I just feel like he needs to get the ball more, especially if our offensive line is going to be terrible and, we need to get the ball out quick. I just feel like he's the guy to get the ball in his hands. He'll make plays.
So do you feel Juju could be another player?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That type of Jaheim Bell type that can get out, get in the open,
Oh yeah.
get in the flats and catch passes and whatnot.
Oh yeah, he's just so shifty and like explosive. Yeah, I love him. I feel like he's been quiet too, talking about players that have been, kind of hidden a little bit. I feel like he has. Juju has.
And I agree, but it's so hard when you have Zaquandre White, you got Kevin Harris, and you got Marshawn Lloyd, you got this little freshman just behind all of them.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
true.
hard for him. It's hard for these guys in general just to get playing time or get carries.
Yeah,
because there's so many guys back there. But also the running back the offensive line isn't doing anything to help them.
No.
So, yeah. We'll leave it there. I don't have one written down, offensive MVP, but I got to go with one of the wide receivers. Van's a safe pick. I mean, you can't go wrong with picking Van. He was quiet. Was he quiet last? I think he had a catch or two last game.
He did. Yeah, he had a few. Yeah, he had that touchdown too. But yeah, Van. I mean, he's the only one. I mean, there's no other receiver that's really stepped up.
Yeah,
just like last year. So
that's we can never have two receivers. It's always one.
Oh my God! Sorry, my dog is getting up.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Sorry.
Okay. So, real quick, defensive MVP. Who you got?
So actually, it's funny. We brought up the two people that I was going back and forth with, Jalen Foster and Cam Smith, were my two defensive MVPs. But I feel like Jalen Foster. We'll need him to step up, tackles in space. I like the blitz packages that we run sometimes with him too. So I just feel like he will be necessary in helping to stop the run, helping with pressure. So I'll go with Jalen Foster here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I like we brought up earlier, I feel like there's going to be a lot of running on Auburn's side. So someone on the defensive line is going to have to step up and cause some havoc, try to close up those running lanes and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with JJ. He's got one of the highest grades in the country at his position. He's doing it quietly too. That's what I love about it. He's not out there showboating. He's not, going crazy, celebrating. He's doing this all quietly. Yeah. And that's what I love about him.
Yeah. He gives the effort that he gives. I mean, he's always being held, always like he's right there, like about to stack like a tackle for loss, and you're just like, I mean, the effort that man gives, like it's incredible.
Never seen a player in the backfield so much.
No.
But have only 4 or 5 sacks, I think he has, something like that. He's always back there.
No, he is. He's always there. It's like he's like could just reach out and like touch the quarterback and like he's just right there. Yeah, always in the mix.
For sure. Well, I'm going with JJ on that. Backup quarterback as well. Maybe he'll stay in the pocket a little too long for JJ to get back there and make that sack. So I'm definitely going with JJ on that pick. So
for sure.
Guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 90. I'm sure some of you are going to be watching the basketball game here at 7. We got an hour to go. So I'm sure, Lindsay, I know I'm going to be watching it.
I'll be watching.
Because you brought up an NFL game and I said Falcons. You said hell no.
I was like, no thanks.
Have they won a game yet this year? I think
don't know.
Okay, no, they got like 4 wins, I think, something like that.
Oh well.
Yeah,
that's good. That's nice.
It is what it is. So, but guys, again, thank you so much for listening. Go Cox.
Go Cox.